Sunday on NBC, 3 o'clock Eastern, coverage begins at 2 o'clock. You'll see the Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During the game, you probably won't see Bruce Arians slap any helmets or elbow any players in the shoulder pads in an effort to get them away from a pile where they may be trying to pull an opponent off the pile, because Bruce Arians did that on Sunday to Andrew Adams as he was trying to pull an Eagles player off the pile after a muff by Jalen Reagor. Arians fined $50,000 for that infraction. Here he is talking about the fine that was imposed earlier today against him by the league office.
I guess the league has fined you $50,000 for your encounter there on the sideline with Andrew Adams. Do you plan to appeal it? Do you have anything else to say about what you're trying to do there?
I'll appeal it, and it ain't got nothing to do with the game, so we're good.
Well, no, it doesn't have anything to do with the game, but it's still pretty big news, especially for a guy who tried to poo-poo it all, saying that he's seen enough dumb. And, hey, there's a bright line. There's a bright line. And what used to be acceptable is no longer acceptable. And laying hands on players at any sport, at any level, is no longer acceptable. Period. He should be glad it was only $50,000, Charean. And I don't know how the Glazers feel about this. You know, I've previously speculated, hey, they've got Byron Leftwich who may be leaving. They've got Todd Bowles who may be leaving. I don't know. Does this factor into their analysis as to whether or not they nudge Bruce Arians into retirement the way the Steelers did 10 years ago? I don't know. But I thought the sport had evolved past this kind of stuff, and there's a lot of people that get mad when you start saying that, but I'm sorry, there's a bright line there. There is, and it's been in place for a while now, and he jumped right over it.
Yeah, the NFL is supposed to hold coaches, front office people, owners to a higher standard. They talk about that a lot. They talk about the shield. That doesn't always happen. See Snyder Daniel for proof of that. But they should do that, and he should be fined. And I don't know what he thinks he's appealing. There's nothing to appeal. He doesn't have it, there's no union for coaches. So I'm not even sure what he thinks he's appealing, and it's just going to stay in the news if he does indeed appeal this thing. Just take your fine, pay your fine, and move on, and don't do it again. I mean, we saw Urban Meyer fired for, that was the last straw for him when he kicked Josh Lambo when the news of that came out.
You've got no union. You've got no independent arbitrator. The league is going to handle the appeal of the decision the league has already made. They're not going to cut you a break. They are not going to overturn this. And you only would be doing it for PR reasons, to rally the fans that are mad about the fact that Bruce Arians got fined. And there are people who are mad about it. They think that this stuff is okay. It's not. And you're right. The more he fights it, the more it stays in the news. And I would be more concerned about what ownership thinks about this, because, again, you got Leftwich, you got Bowles, and they did it. They did it with Lovie Smith. They fired Lovie Smith because they thought they were going to lose Dirk Cutter. That's the truth. That's what happened. The people involved may not like it. Sorry, it's the truth. And the truth may be that the Glazers are thinking about doing something similar now, and what happened on Sunday is not going to make them less likely to say to themselves, it may be time for a change.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.